Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome. Hi Rahul. How are you? Welcome everyone. Welcome. Hi Nidhi. We have more people joining us. Hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Knowledge Happy Hour. Hi Asif. So good to see you here. Sean will be pretty excited to see you here today. Hi Himanshu. Same here. Great. I'll just wait for him to join also and then he can say hi to you as well. Hey Sean. One sec. I think you are on mute. One moment. Let me
Am I
just
on mute?
see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now you're audible. Perfect.
Okay, great. Can you all hear me? Yeah.
Yes, yes. And guess what?
Hi.
Asif is here. So Asif is here. He has joined us. He has come to see you. So and he has said hi to you. And he's also very excited to be here and listen to you today.
It, it should be known that I've also uh, done Asif's workshop. He does a lovely voice workshop, and I studied a 7-day workshop, voice workshop under him. So he's a great guy to go to for voice lessons.
That's awesome.
And a lovely human being. And a
Oh
lovely human being.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We love you, Asif. Hi Shraddha. Hi Sunita. Asif says yo.
Such as you. uh,
That's very
hmm.
unlike, that sounds very unlike him.
I wish I could see these comments.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah.
That's why I'm reading it out to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sent a big smiley face and yo.
Yo.
All right, a lot of people are joining us today. So welcome everyone. Hi Satyajit. Hi Venkatraman. Hi Reshma. Hi Shweta. Hi Ashwin. Hi Shalini. Welcome everyone to the Knowledge Happy Hour. You all know that we meet once a week every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So today we are again meeting and this is season 2 episode 4 of Knowledge Happy Hour, and today is really exciting session because of the speaker, the guest speaker that we have today, and I'm going to introduce all
Who?
of you to Sean. There he is.
Someone exciting?
Yes, very exciting.
Oh,
You
me.
don't know
Acha.
him? I This is like a teaser of what's going to come, I guess, Sean, right?
Maybe.
Great. Hi, Abhilasha. Hello. Hi, Anita. We'll start in just a few minutes. We'll just wait for a couple of more people to join.
Hmm. I'm wondering if everyone's got their. We may not need it, but notepads
Uh-huh.
and a pen.
Okay.
May
So,
not need it.
yes. So, audience, if you don't have your notepad and your pen with you right now, I think take that 1 minute, just go and grab it, settle yourself down at a nice place, and then so that you can write and take notes because Sean is going to give you a lot of inputs today. So, yeah. And Srini said, cool pair of glasses, Mr. Williams.
Srini,
Hmm.
Srini is another wonderful teacher, and I actually am very inspired by Srini as a teacher. He used to be with Teach for India, and
Okay.
has been doing some great work with children. And I was glad I had the opportunity of directing because of Shrini 60 kids in Dharavi for their first ever theater performance. They had not even seen or acted in
Wow.
a play ever, and we because of Shrini, I had the opportunity to do that. 60 kids doing their first ever play in English, and so
Wow.
yeah, I
That's
know some
awesome.
great people.
Yes, and they're here
Yeah,
today to
yeah,
support you and will listen to you today. So that's awesome.
yeah.
Shrini and Asif both are saying that your audio, Sean, is a little bit weak. So maybe you want to be
Oh,
more closer to the mic, or just yeah,
hmm. Uh, should I try it without the?
try.
Me know if it's still.
No, now this went into that little faded mode. Earlier was better, I guess.
Okay. Is
Wow,
this better?
that's awesome.
Okay, it's my voice teacher will be very disappointed with that early start, Mr. Asif Ali Beg.
Yeah, he said Shaun is little soft compared to Sonia.
Yeah, yeah. I won't blame the microphone. I should just project. Which is an interesting segue into generally what we do as drama teachers. We allow all our students to fail, to make
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yes.
Because when you create that area of safety, then our students are willing to experiment and throw themselves out there. Unlike in a reality show where you'll be booted out of class or to the show, things like
Right.
that. So,
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
So please allow me to fail and make mistakes.
It's absolutely all right,
Yeah.
and especially on this show means I think knowledge happy hour. We all are here to learn and make mistakes and get better with it. So, absolutely all
Ah,
right. So we have enough participants now, and I know you have a lot of content to share. So I'm just gonna jump into just give your introduction and then hand it over to you because I
thank you.
know you have prepared a lot. So. Welcome everyone to Knowledge Happy Hour, and I'm your host Sonia Dubey Divan, and we are on season 2, episode 4. And as I said, today's session is really exciting because we have a very special guest speaker, Shaun Williams. Welcome, Shaun.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
And Sean, just a little bit about him. He's a drama teacher, acting coach, and an actor with a combined experience of 20 years. He has had a brief stint in the corporate world as a publicist for Warner Brothers. As a trainer, he's most known for having trained a child actor for several Flipkart.com TV ads. Oh, the kid one,
Yeah, yeah, the
the
ones where they're acting like adults.
oh wow.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's
I've
awesome.
I've been the official child trainer for most of the campaigns except for a few, and
Okay.
other ads which no one, which not many may have noticed. But yeah, I'm sometimes they're behind. Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting. And a little bit more about Sean. He has been exposed to traditions as diverse as, oh, okay, how do you pronounce this? Kalari Payattu?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't studied it extensively, but it was part of our training. It's an Indian martial art coming from Kerala.
Oh, wow.
And the so yeah, so the purpose of training, exposing us to Kalari was to make us more aware of our body, not to make us martial artists. So
Wow. Right.
yeah,
Okay. And improv comedy and clown tradition. So he comes with a unique set of skills, perspective, understanding to the craft of teaching and acting. And you may have seen him TV commercials like the notable one is the Men Will Be Men lift ad for Pernod Ricard, the Seagram's classic ad that I know a lot of you saw, and you sent me a big smileys when you saw that ad, and I said Sean will be joining us today. Not only that, KFC, Volkswagen, Vodafone, Idea Cellular, and many more. So I think I can go on and on, Sean, about your introduction. So you can talk about your experience during your session. So over to you, and welcome to the Knowledge Happy Hour. And over to you.
thank you, and I hope this session is very meaningful for whoever who's watching. I love teaching, and so just as Sonia said, I'm a drama teacher and acting coach, and I like to differentiate that because as a drama teacher, I use drama as a tool for self development, for working on all the things like personality development or soft skills and all of that stuff. As an acting coach, I obviously work on preparing people for acting careers. Things overlap, but the methodology of training is a bit different. And in this session, I'm focusing more on self development than an acting career. I'm going to jump right into this. Talking about theater really doesn't make much sense. It would be like me talking about samba or hip hop without really you have to experience it. And so with that in mind, we're going to do maybe one or two exercises right now so that you can feel and get a sense of what I'm talking about. Now, Before we do this, I hope some of you have got their notepads and pens. You may or may not need it, but it's nice to have it on the side because I may ask you to reflect. So I'm going to give you exactly 10 seconds to get a notepad, or shout out to your spouse or mother or child to get a notepad. Hey, get a notepad. So I'm sorry, I'm going to do silly things like this once in a while.
I think that's absolutely all right. We were all prepared and expecting this, Sean. So go ahead.
Okay, so now I'm hoping also my audio is fine. I'm gonna try and be as loud as possible. Um, the other thing I'd like you to do is to relax. During these exercises, it's more about listening to my instructions than watching me. So you may have to close your eyes, or you may have to look a certain away from the camera, and that's perfectly fine. Get used to the idea of having to listen rather than look at me for instructions. Otherwise, your concentration will be diverted to me. And I like people looking at me, but for the purposes of this session, at times you're just going to have to look away. So yeah, let's launch into it. At first, I'd like you to smile. Just look at the camera and smile. And then I'd like you to think of something that makes you smile, that makes you happy, and be very real. If you're going to tell me world peace, I mean, that's nice and all that, but what really makes you happy? Is it one eclair? Is it a chocolate? Is it your Uber not canceling out on you? Is it, um, I don't know, those are a few examples. So think about what makes you smile. And right now, as you're feeling that happiness, I'd like you to be aware of what you're feeling. Just be aware. Don't analyze, don't judge, don't intellectualize it also. Just remember how it feels to be eating that chocolate or that ice cream, or getting to your Uber in time, and maybe getting that discount coupon. Now multiply, let's say instead of getting one chocolate, let's say someone gave you three chocolates, and now register how happy you might be feeling. There might be a little difference depending on what your disposition is. Three chocolates, maybe completely 100% discount on your Zomato or Uber orders, and just register the feeling. It's very important to register what you're feeling. Don't intellectualize, don't analyze, don't judge yourself also. We all have different reactions. Just think, just feel. At this point in time, if you have partners or spouses or children nearby who are wondering suspiciously why you're smiling, especially in front of a screen, you might want to tell them, like, hey, I'm doing a drama exercise. You're not watching anything suspicious. And one last round, let's maybe take it to 10 chocolates, or like 6 months free Uber rides, or 6 months free Zomato rides, or hugs from mom or dad, you know, increments, salary increments, 50% salary increments, the unbelievable. Allow yourself to think of the unbelievable. I shouldn't say unbelievable, but what you might not be expecting. 50% increase, vacation sanctioned by your boss. Scarlett Johansson taking you out on a dinner. Ranbir Kapoor handing you a rose. Real stuff. Okay. And now I hope you've registered. Maybe you can write down what you felt and leave it aside. I hope you're relaxed. I wouldn't say that's a theater exercise. Now I'm going to something that you're going to really not look at the camera for. I'd like you to, again, relax and don't worry about performing well. This is not a reality show where I will judge you. I can't even see you. I'm not booting you out of the call. So um, imagine a glass in front of you. Any kind of glass that you would drink water from. Just that. Don't worry about, don't intellectualize. Now, look at that glass. And remember, you're just listening to my voice. You don't have to look at me. You need to look at your glass wherever it is. It might be next to you, preferably next to you. Yeah. So now let's think of the color of the glass. Keep looking at the glass. Yeah, most of us may have thought, and myself included, that it's a transparent, clear glass. And there's nothing bad about that. There's nothing good about it. It's just normal. Just you may have thought of a transparent glass. Some of you may have thought of a green glass. Some of you may already have strange colored glasses that you drink from. Stick to your old ideas. Don't change your glass now. And if you felt the need to change your glass, I want you to note that down and try to figure out why you felt the need to change that glass. And we should come to that question later. Okay, so we're thinking of the color of the glass. If it's transparent, that's fine. And let's take it one step further right now. What's the size of your glass? Is it tall? Is it short? Is the base broad? Is it thick or is it thin? You can choose just one or two parameters like height and base. Don't worry, I'll keep throwing questions at you. You might have information overload, but pick and choose the stuff that's most comfortable to you. So it could be height, it could be broad base. Yeah. And now let's go into what's the texture of this glass? Is it smooth on the outside if you were to touch it? Or does it have engravings or designs or little carvings? Think about that. If it's a smooth glass, that's fine. We don't need big, amazing stories. We will work with the simplest ideas. And now let's pause to think how you are feeling while you're doing all these exercises. Some of it, there might be a certain discomfort. Yes, right, discomfort. There might be a little, I don't understand what this exercise is doing. Write that down. I'm feeling a bit bored. Write that down, or note that. I'm wondering what the heck is going to happen next. Write that down. And now, let's imagine there's a liquid in the glass. Not the liquid that you may have stood in line for recently when certain shops got opened, but just a plain liquid. And now let's imagine that liquid is cool and it's green in color. And register mentally what you felt in your body and in your mind when I said cool and when I said green liquid. There are certain associations that our minds immediately make. When I said cool, something happened in your mind, something happened in your body. When I said green, something happened in your mind, in your body, maybe in your taste buds. Who knows? This cool glass is in a warm room. I'm going to ask you, what do you think happens when you place a cool glass in a warm room? What do you see happen on the sides of the glass? I'm going to offer that maybe you might see some condensation. There's no right or wrong answers. There's no right or wrong answers. And now pick this glass up. Don't drop the glass. Pick this glass up. Remember the height and size. Stick to that height and size. And pause for a minute, for a second, and look at this glass that you're holding in your hand. Examine it. Remember, you can't drop the liquid on your bed or your clothes. Think about how you're feeling. Think about what you have to use, what faculties you have to use to maintain the size of that glass. And where are you looking? Are you looking at the glass or are you looking at your fingers? And examine the glass from the bottom to the top, inside. Look what's in it. And let's imagine now this glass is getting warmer. Maybe it's just warm enough, like a freshly cooked roti, not hot, but warm enough that you can hold and eat. Maybe to you it might feel pleasant. And register how you're feeling. It's the warmth of the glass, and at the same time trying to maintain the size of that glass. And now let's imagine this glass is becoming warmer. So if it was roti hot, like warm, let's let's immediately jump to tawa hot, like the tawa that was cooking these rotis. It's that hot, and you can't drop it. You can't drop it. Hold it, and register what you're feeling. Look at what's happening in your mind and in your body. Let's still hold it. Don't let go of the glass. Lots of thoughts might be going on in your head. Okay, keep your glasses down. Don't drop it. And again, register mentally what you're feeling in your body and your mind. What thoughts? There's no right or wrong answer. Just need you to be aware of what you're feeling. What you're feeling is true. What you're feeling is honest. So I don't need anything else. Okay. Um, right now, let's pause for a minute, and I'd like to hear whatever comments you might have. You will have to type them in, and about how you're feeling mentally or physically, or even if you're feeling nothing at all, what was going on. Sometimes you don't have to feel anything. So I'll wait for you to type a few things. I felt this, I felt that. Um, yeah,
All
waiting
right.
for your comments. How did you feel? How did your body feel? What thoughts are going on in your mind and in your body, and maybe even your emotions? It might be interesting for you to differentiate between what's going on in your mind, your emotions, and your body. Sorry, Sonia, you were going to say something.
I was saying that everyone can just comment on the chat, and meanwhile, maybe I can start because
Yeah,
I can take advantage of it being a co host.
yeah.
So, do you want me to start from the glass that I had, or just the emotion, or uh,
Anything, anything.
so I'll just give you a little idea about the glass, so maybe that would help. So it is round, it's heavy. In terms of color, it is like having those nebula kind of colors, like purple, pink, violet, with specks of, silver,
I didn't
gold.
know those are called nebula colors. That's new to me. I'm going to have to Google that now later.
It's like
Nebula
that
colors.
supernova, like, like the universe
Oh,
colors with
okay. The
violet.
astronomical term. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Acha.
So, the purple, pink, and violet, and
That's a
little
beautiful
specks.
image. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Uh,
round, heavy with those colors. The base is
uh-huh.
broad and thick, but it has carvings. So it has like these sharp carvings.
Ah, sharp
And
carvings. Okay.
yeah, but the overall shape becomes round. And
Okay.
the when you said that, what is the thought, are you liking this exercise, or what the hell is
Hmm.
going on? So I was already liking it, and I was in love with my glass already. The minute you
Nice.
said cool and green liquid, the first thing that came in my mind was panna. I don't know if anybody knows panna.
I love Ampanna. I love
Yes,
Ampanna. Yeah.
that came in my mind, and I was very happy. But what I was not happy with, the green ampanna with the color of my glass, it was not going well. So that was just
Hmm.
putting me a little off. Um,
Okay.
I was okay with the warm thing. It was little difficult to hold at that point of time, but when it
Hmm.
became hot, and I was admiring the glass throughout, so it was really amazing. And I was little excited and like, okay, what's next? But the minute it became hot, that's where
Hmm.
I had to tell myself that, just hold on for a little bit more. It will be over. But in the back of my mind, I knew that even if I drop it, it's round and heavy, so it will not break. So it's all right.
Okay. Even if you drop and break. Okay.
So, weird thoughts that
They're
came
not
in my
weird.
mind.
They're natural. You've been
Yeah.
mixing
So,
reality and non-reality and imagination, I guess. Yeah.
right, right. So those were my thoughts. And do you want me to
Hmm.
read out what others have said? Because
Yeah, I'd love
so
to hear
many
that.
comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, lovely,
So
lovely. Huh. I'm typing them
Asif,
out also. Huh.
okay. So Asif started with the series of answers. So he
Huh.
said he felt curiosity, fun,
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, panic, and relief.
Panic and relief.
I think it was in that order. Like initially, he must be curious, and then
Ah,
fun, then acceptance, then with the hot panic, and then finally you said put it down, so relief. Maybe.
okay. Possible. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is Asif. Ritu replied, she's saying relieved mentally and relaxed after dropping the tawa hot glass.
Okay. They tortured
Uh,
some of your students. I have a
I
bad
think they
feeling
all
about this.
enjoyed it. Anita is anxious and excited at the same time. So,
Ayo. Okay. Thank you, Anita. I really love, first, sorry to interrupt, I really love how everyone's being very honest with their feelings. Thank you so much.
yes. It's a very great participative crowd. So there are long comments coming in now. Nikhil
Okay.
said, I felt like I had to concentrate a lot to do this activity, but after sometimes I could just do it. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pearl said, oh, Pearl is hi, Sean, and hi, Surya. Okay, hi.
Okay. Which Pearl vase? Pearl.
Pearl Rodriguez. She's one of our students.
Oh, okay. Hi, Pearl.
Okay, Ritu
What?
Jalan also didn't like the green liquid. So
She did. True. Okay.
you were saying
Hmm.
something, Sean. I think I interrupted you.
No, no. I thought I wanted to know what Pearl was saying apart from hi. So, yeah.
No, she
No.
just said hi as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Nidhi
Mm-hmm.
is mind is relieved to keep the hot glass. Body,
Okay.
no emotion. No, body was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Emotion is wanted to drink the cool fizzy liquid, so slightly disheartened to keep it back.
Oh, I, universally, I think the green liquid and the heat has played havoc here. Okay.
Yes. Sunita is saying, when I finally put it down, it was huge sense of relief and also a sense of accomplishment that I didn't let go, even when it was really tough. So that's Sunita. I think Sean got dropped out. Let me just wait for him. Wow. Great detailing, Sonia. Thank you, Asif. Are you back, Sean?
I am back audio wise. I don't know why my camera.
No, your camera is off. Yes, Asif. Sean vanished, but he's back now. We got him back. Just going to see if his video works.
Okay, there seems to be problem. I'm going to. I'm gonna log out and then log in again. Would that be okay?
No problem.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll keep tell the audience to just write down their feelings about the class. So we have a lot of comments. All right. So we have Nidhi's. Nidhi's I've already read. Sunita, Sonali, Ritu, and Shraddha and Shalini. Okay. So others who have not sent their comments, please go ahead and send it to me. Yes, he is going to come back. Sean is just going to join him back. I think there's a technical glitch. So don't worry, he'll join us soon. Shubha. Okay, hi Shubha. Cuss came to your mind and you hate it.
Cuss. Oh yeah, I don't like cuss
Cuss.
either. Okay.
She hates
Okay.
it. All right, I'm going to read the 4, 5 more
Yeah,
comments
we'll
that
just do
came in.
4, 5 more. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so this is from Sunita. Sunita said, when I finally put it down, it was a huge sense of relief and
Mm-hmm.
also a sense of accomplishment that I didn't let go, even when it was really tough. So she
Oh,
felt really
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sonali is saying the glass was crystal glass, the green liquid was sparkling. Though the glass was hot, I was juggling it. I was so engrossed in the act that I didn't think it was boring.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
And do you want me to read two more? Because those are the only two remaining. So I'll just
Okay. Yeah.
read
Two
that.
more. Two more will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Shraddha is saying my glass is silver, steel frame, tall white base, rectangular
Mm-hmm.
frame. Green liquid was cuss, and feeling when it turns hot, uneasy, discomfort, pain, burning sensation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um.
And yeah, one more.
Yeah. Yeah. One more. One more. Yeah.
Okay, so Shalini said very curious, excited, but a relief to put it back. So
Okay.
there you go.
So, my question again to everyone is when you are having discomfort, I probably should have asked this more specifically. I have 10, 15 minutes more for the talk, for the GAN bit. Okay. Um, what, how did your bodies feel when you were holding the hot glass? What happened? Was it tight? Was it bent, or were you loose? What happened then? We'll just do a quick, maybe just 5 comments about that? What happened to your body, if you can remember?
So maybe one quick word from everyone. Just one word, just share your feelings, and I'm just going to write it down. Tight. We got the first one. Even I felt a little, tight, but I was juggling my fingers to rotate it so that it doesn't feel
Hmm.
hot
Okay.
anymore. Let's see, anybody else has any feelings. Tense. Okay, we got tense. Tight. Everyone is saying tense and tight. Nidhi,
Hmm.
slouch. Okay, so
Slouch.
tense and
Okay.
tight is
That's very
the
specific.
one that is.
Mm.
There's only one slouch. Everyone else is tense and tight.
Okay.
And this is interesting. One comment says light, and the other one says anxious. So,
Okay.
yeah,
That's the mental state. Yeah, I think.
and
Okay.
holding it firmly. So that's it.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go into the next exercise and also say a few things now. Thanks, Sonia. As you saw, it could be. I hope everyone's hearing. As you saw, you could say it's a silly exercise. What was the point of it? But what happened during this exercise? Firstly, you felt various things in your mind and in your body, and even certain emotions. Even during the smiling exercise, if you remember. Now, in the drama class, we try to get you to be more aware of your feelings or your body. As you saw, we were able to access various kinds of feeling. I saw curiosity, I saw fun, panic, relief, anxious, anxiety. Some of you felt nothing, and that's also fine. It might be a symptom, not a symptom. Well, it might be a sign of something that may or may not mean to be worked on. So body, emotion, nothing. Memory got activated. Some of you thought of cuss. Sonia thought of panna. Um, and as far as body was concerned, people felt tight and slouched. So in the drama class, in a drama exercise, we are accessing a lot of stuff like this. Now, think of what may happen when you access these things and are able to address it. Um, if you were to chat by locking into what you're feeling, you are able to, I would say, channel all those emotions. So if it's anger, on paper at least, I'm not a therapist, but it's you're able to channel all those feelings, or at least understand those feelings. Oh, I'm feeling this at a certain time. Oh, my body's feeling like this at a certain time. And once you are aware through various sessions once you're more aware of your feelings, emotions, mind, you are able to tackle certain situations in life, and that comes with regular practice. So in the drama class, this is what we're doing. One of the things that we're doing, we're accessing emotions, we're accessing how our body is feeling, and we're accessing what's going on in our mind. We're pushing people sometimes to discomfort also. And at this point, I'd like to say that if you are feeling discomfort, maybe not in this exercise but in other exercises. Um, oh wait, I'll get to that later, because the other exercise might talk about discomfort. Um, so yeah, just make a note of what I said just now in terms of accessing whatever you're feeling in mind, body, and emotions. Okay, let's go to our next exercise, and this will be a little probably more fun. I'd like you to be relaxed firstly. Um, Throw out the memories of cuss or the hot glass. Let's go back to our happy emotions, the 10 chocolates. Just imagine how that felt and get into that space of feeling happy. You might have got bored of chocolates. You might have gotten bored of the Uber discount. So choose something else that makes you happy right now. Maybe you just want this thing to get over. Yeah. So just imagine it's gotten over in 5 minutes, which is what I need to do in another five. I think I'll take probably another 10 minutes of this, and then we can take questions. Okay. So I hope you're feeling a little more relaxed. And yeah, at this point, relax your face. Again, do not, you don't have to look at me, follow my voice. Pay attention to your face. Relax your face. Wherever there's tension in your forehead, maybe, like as you can see in mine, don't see mine actually. Forehead, nose, eyes, ears, something maybe bothering you, let it go for a minute. And choose any part of your face, your nose, your eye, your lip, your hair. Choose any part that you feel like. There's no logic to this. Throw out logic for this exercise. Okay? And now imagine there is no life in your face. It's just a state of not being. And now, if, for example, you have chosen your nose, let's say that there's some life entering that nose, your ear, or whatever part you've chosen, your eye. Life has entered. Very little amount of life, okay? Nothing's happening, just like maybe 1% of life has entered. And I want you to spend some time feeling that, getting a sense. There is no life anywhere else. You're just feeling something in that particular part, whether it's your ear or your nose or your lips. Take time to feel that life. Let's now increase the amount of life force to maybe 20%. So if you had 1 drop of life, let's put 20 drops of life into your into that part and see how that feels. You might not feel anything. That's okay. There have been times that even I, as a student, have not felt an exercise for weeks. It's totally okay. So there's 20 droplets of life in that in that part, facial part, and you can sense maybe that there's an impulse maybe to maybe move. It's telling you something, and it might sound weird. It might sound illogical. It's not part of your daily life, and your nose is telling you something. Your nose is you're sensing that it wants to do something. Just accept that. Give into that feeling. 20 droplets of life, and there's something happening. There's some trembling. There's some sensation. Let's increase the amount of life to 50%, 50 droplets of life. You know, and there's something happening. You might, maybe the nose might be leading you. It might be wanting you to move left, right, maybe wriggle your nose or wriggle your ear. Do that. Follow that. And there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. There's no judgment. Do whatever the body part tells you to do. 50 droplets of life. There are certain vibrations, maybe. If you're feeling discomfort, very good. Please note that discomfort mentally, but still keep trying and don't worry about failing. That discomfort, if you're feeling, we need to keep a note of that. We'll try to talk about that. And now let's increase the life force to 100. There's a fully functioning life. Now there's no longer you like in daily life where you're led by your brain and your eyes and you're controlling everything. No, you are not in control. That body part is in control and might feel weird. Give into that. Maybe that body part is making your neck move here and there. Give into that. You might want to get up also for a few seconds. Give into that. I don't know what reactions. Each individual have different reactions. And whatever you're feeling, whether it's discomfort, fear, weird, uncomfortable, if you stop the exercise, that's fine. Please stop. And if you have stopped it, and write down what you're feeling, why you stopped it. Were you not getting it? Were you upset? Were you like feeling weirded out? Whatever it is. And slowly, let's relax. Let's transfer the life force back to the rest of your body. Let's say thank you first to the life force for giving us this experience. It might sound illogical, but just say thank you to that life force. You may have had fun. You may have even had not a nice fun, not a great time, but just say it was an experience, and every experience teaches us things. So maybe thank you for that experience, and reduce the amount of life force and let it go from 100 to 50, from 100 to 50, from 50 to 20%. Notice that drop and see the difference in the you're feeling when you jump from 100 to 20, how different it is. Mentally note that difference. From 20 to 0, gently focus on your breath now. Just relax. Or you don't have to take deep breaths, but just focus on your breath. Just see what your breath is doing. Enjoy that breath. And slowly, if you've closed your eyes, you can open your eyes, and we can come back to looking at me. And yeah, I think we'll take your comments now, before I give some more talk. Sonia, I don't know, I'm probably gone over time. Um,
Don't worry about it, Sean. I think it's absolutely fine. Don't worry
okay,
about the
I'm so
time.
sorry.
I think
Yeah.
everyone is just enjoying the exercise that we
Uh-huh.
are doing. So I will wait
Okay.
for everyone's comments. But do you
Hmm.
want people to just maybe write it in bullets in terms of like how you gave mind, body, and the
Uh-huh.
soul in the last one?
Yeah,
So
well,
how do you want it to write down?
uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, well, I'd like them to this time be a little more analytical and precise about what they're feeling. So rather than say, I felt happy, I'd ask them to say, I'd like them to say why you're feeling happy. And if there's no answer, that's fine. If I felt discomfort, why the discomfort? You know, whether it's mind, body, or emotion, it doesn't matter right now. Just the overall feelings, but get specific. I don't, yeah, specificity is what we're looking for.
Great, great.
Specificity, specificity. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky word.
Specificity.
Specificity.
Google that.
It's like absolutely fine. And I'll just maybe I don't have, I was writing down my comments, so they were not very specific, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll just share a little bit till we get comments
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the audience.
These comments lead us to stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure people are writing a lot of things, so that's why it's taking a little time. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
just read out mine. So when you said that 20% or the little life that entered, it was the first word I would say was that little tingling sensation, or the
Oh,
feeling
oh,
that
okay.
came was like that little tingling sensation,
Wow.
um, which actually is very weird. Um, and I'm sharing this on screen, but when you get a pimple and it hurts you,
That's the worst feeling. And it is on your
that was
nose.
yeah. So that came, and that tingling, that it was hurting a little bit when it came, but yeah, means that's something that I could relate to. And then when it became 20%, it was nice. Like I felt a little, um, how do you explain nice? The thing that came in my mind was like when you have a new, like a plant, and that first
Hmm.
thing or the first
Oh,
part of the
huh.
leaf that comes out,
Uh-huh.
and I could only
Happiness
think
of
of
birth.
Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Something
last
new.
scene from Guardian of the Galaxy and the Groot, like that one little
Oh. Huh.
that
Huh.
imagery came in my mind. And then when it
Mm-hmm.
became 50%, it was shiny, it was flowing, there was a lot of hope that I could feel. So it was like, like there is little freedom was the thing that I experienced at 50. But at 100%, it was nice initially, but then it became like it's pulling me, it's heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very discomforting at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why do you feel discomfort? Why do you think?
um, because it is just at one place so much, and my rest of my body is like completely lifeless. So it
Mm-hmm.
just felt dragged on because my rest of my body is not supporting it. So that
Yeah.
particular part is
Yeah.
just dragging
Yeah.
the rest, and that's why it felt a little heavy. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was my feelings. And I'm getting a lot of comments. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to,
I'll
because
make
people will
one
be like,
comment.
yes,
Yeah. I'll just make one
people are
comment
just
before.
going,
Oh, they're
sure,
going
sure,
ballistic. Oh, lovely. Super.
yes,
They're
yes.
still there,
So
huh, watching. So,
yes, of course. Sure. So yeah, you want
um,
to say something?
I'll just make one comment. So this exercise, I have to do a disclaimer. Or rather, even the previous exercise, it's very conducted very differently in a classroom setting. I would have involved your whole body walking around. So So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, we actually have you, like you felt there was an instinct to walk around. I think to you would actually be going, be led by a nose and things like that. So
Right.
it this is just 5% of what this exercise can do. You know,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. I feel like getting no. Okay, fine. I'll hear the comments actually because that's
Okay.
gonna help me. Yeah.
All right. So the first one is by Nikhil, and he said I had chosen nose, so my attention was going on my breath again and again. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's all he wrote. Actually, I'm
Okay.
going to read Nidhi's. She's saying very, very uncomfortable, intense heart sinking as the life force kept entering the eyes.
Ooh.
I'm assuming she decided on eyes. The palms were sweaty. The neck felt stiff, and thank God it's over.
Ooh. Lots of discomfort there. Thanks for Nidhi for participating. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But don't worry, nothing's happened. We've said thank you and everything's healed. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Do you want me to read one more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So Sunita is saying I was choking when the life force increased as only my mouth could feel and the life force could not find a channel to flow in.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. That's also very, very intense. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
And yeah, means the other comments are also really interesting. I think after the session is over, maybe you can just go through the feeds and just see if you want to maybe add a
Yeah.
one line
Yeah.
or something.
So,
So
who was the last person who mentioned choking?
this is Sunita.
Sunita. Sunita, I hope you're feeling okay.
Let me
Give
see if
yourself a
she
hug.
commented. Hug to you, Sunita,
Yeah.
and a heart.
Yeah. And so anyone, so just before we go into some more, I just want to say everyone who's felt a little discomfort, like you to pause and think of something that's made you happy and just remember that this is all in the this was an imaginary exercise, nothing's real. It may have triggered something in your heart and soul, and those things are not harmful things. They're good things from your life. And it's stuff that may be uncomfortable to face, but they will never harm you. They will only, if you choose to address them, they will only help you and heal you. I'm not a therapist, but so I just want to put that disclaimer. But if you need to talk to someone, please do talk to someone. Like even like just say hello to ask your partner, whoever it is right now, for a hug or things like that. Yeah. Mm.
Sunita is saying yes, now a sense of loss, and she sent a heart, and then she said thank you to you, Sean, and me.
Okay. Okay. Mm. So I think those are the comments, right?
There are a lot more.
Okay, but they're roughly the same, I'm assuming.
Similar. Everyone is kind of on the discomfort, uncomfortable. There is this
Hmm.
little moment at different parts for everyone, like at 100% or 50% when they are,
Hmm.
experiencing a little happiness, but then it goes maybe at the beginning or at the end, or somewhere it goes
Hmm.
back to uncomfortable and
Uh-huh.
discomfort. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Hmm. I should probably ended it with more happiness. I'm sorry, guys,
Yes.
if you're feeling too discomfort. I really apologize for that. Yeah,
I don't think so. It's a problem, Sean. So
yeah.
it's
But it's
okay.
very
And
important, yeah,
to feel.
express whatever you're feeling, even if it's like I'm upset about this exercise. I felt that way in drama school as well when certain exercises have taken me through a range of experiences. So yeah, so as you saw through the now I can tell you that the very obvious things that drama training will help you with voice. I can give you voice exercises and it'll help you with your voice. I can tell you that drama training will help you with your body. I can give you body exercises and that'll help you in your posture when you're presenting, and those are very, very important. But those are short-sighted views of drama training. There's much, much more, because as you saw, we're accessing your mind, body, and I would say even emotions. And when you access all of this, when you're exercising all of this, change ultimately happens subconsciously and it stays with you. um, I can go on for the next 1 hour saying what exactly can help you. I can say that vocal exercises, obviously, it'll help you with presentations, posture, help you with presentations. I can say I can say building a skit together in a drama class will help you with teamwork and bonding and chemistry. There's so many things I can say. But there's much, much more to drama training that, as you see, can, if you do it, if you practice it in somewhat regular fashion, it's going to have interesting, lasting effects on you. Um, Now, just like yoga or even CrossFit, if you've done a Surya Namaskar 2 months ago, you may have felt nice that time, but you're not going to feel much. You're not going to gain much from that. In the same way with drama or any other exercise, any other practice for that matter, whether it's CrossFit, yoga, or Pilates. Um, Now, um, as I said, there's so many benefits. How do you access those benefits? If you have a job, a corporate job, I know it's going to be difficult to access. I'm not saying by practicing drama you should do a play. It's very difficult. You got to be in the office till 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes work 7 days a week. What I mean by regular practice is by once in a while taking up a drama class, a drama workshop. And you got to treat it just like how you would treat going to the gym. It's necessary. Physical fitness is necessary. Your gym work is necessary. Yoga is necessary for another reason, and drama training is necessary for another reason. Um, one day, or one day you can. I'm sorry. I think I seem to be getting messages. um, One day you could, there are lots of workshops around there, and they might be geared towards preparing you for an acting career, but they also kind of have the same effect. You're going to have to speak to the instructor and tell him what exactly you're looking for and whether that workshop might be good for you. 6-day workshops, weekend workshops, um, you you doing them once in a while. You don't have to do it every day, you don't have to do it every alternate day, but doing these things once in a while um, helps the lessons sink in, helps the possibilities, the potential for change sink in, and will benefit you in your work life, your personal life. And I'll again go through things like quickly. Imagine the situation where if you're an actor and you have your co-actor in a scene, you have to wait for him to say his dialogue, and only then you can say his dialogue. Which means you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to listen to every word, and only when he's done with his dialogues can you say your dialogue. So what's happening in that process? You're exercising focus, you're exercising concentration, you're exercising discipline, and you're exercising respect. So if we are in this situation where we're exercising patience, discipline, concentration, respect on a regular basis, imagine what we'll do in our work meetings. You'll be able to listen to your co-workers, you'll be able to listen to your subordinates better. um, So yeah, those are just some of the examples that what you can gain from training in drama. I think I've taken up a lot of people's time, so I think it's time to open the floor up for questions. So yeah, I think I'll open up for questions.
That was really interesting, Sean. And I think if we didn't had just a 1 hour cap, we could have just gone, you know, on and on with the whole session because it was so. I was engrossed, and I know looking at the comments that everyone, our audience, are just loving and they are totally involved in the whole session. But yes, we have a time limit with us of 1 hour only. What I'm going to just maybe shoot first question. Meanwhile, I'll wait for everyone to send in their question. A lot of our audience, Sean, actually are trainers themselves, but they do train into areas such as, a lot of them are image consultant like myself, and
Mhm.
they work with people on self development and improving their image. So how you just gave an example towards the end that in your corporate life you could just do better in your meetings or in your work and your profession, how would you say that drama can help, or theater can help, all the trainers, like people who are training the audiences? How will that improve their profession better?
How will drama training help a trainer? Um, well, let's say what you I'd say probably what I like to do in class is to have people figure out what they're gaining from a class,
Hmm.
and then see what how it'll help. Like I said, when you're working on concentration, patience and discipline. It's a universal skill that you need, whether you're a teacher, you definitely need it as a teacher, whether you're a house husband or housewife or a CEO, you know.
Yes.
Um, I would say that drama training helps in if practiced well, because uh, any practice, whether even if it's yoga, if you're not practicing well, it has the opposite effect or it has no effect. But if
Right.
practiced well, your listening skills as a trainer, which is very important,
Right.
will help you. And once you're listening to someone, then obviously you can find the problems. Your perception of problems will be easier, and therefore then you can look for solutions to those problems. A second thing is, I would say not just drama training, but deeper and deeper drama training. When you go deeper, like I said before we got onto this live call, my drama training, thanks to my gurus, was very, very intense. We used to come in the morning, we used to jump 1,000 times, literally 1,000 times. I'm not
Wow.
joking. He would wait, we had to count 1,000 times. Then after that, we do 12 Surya Namaskars. Then after
Mm.
that, we do crow walk, duck walk. Our knees, nowadays, even when I think of my guru, my knees will burn, you know.
Oh.
So now, and we'd only do script work. We'd only do script work later post lunch, you know. Why all that? Through that intense training, we were broken.
Mm.
And it brings me back to the purpose of, to the point of discomfort.
Right.
So I wanted to say about discomfort. If you're feeling discomfort, you're probably reaching the end of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you break through that discomfort, if you do an exercise beyond nahi abhi mood nahi hai, that's your level. When you go beyond mood nahi hai, then you've broken ground. So when you train more intensely like this, it doesn't matter what the exercise of you, that it is not about bodybuilding, by the way. These exercises, our trainers were very clear about that. They're from Kerala, Kalaripayattu experts. They were clear, this is not about body banana, this is about mental fitness and also about understanding how our body moves. So if
Right.
you understand your body and your mind better, you'll be able to train someone better. You can say, okay, now it's not that you have a hunchback. I just feel that you're very insecure as a person, so you're retreating. If you'll notice if someone's doing this,
Mm.
why are you anxious? What's the problem?
Mm.
You know. So I would say depth of training and who you're training with matters. And this, like I said, I can go into a series of lists of why drama training will help a person. It'll help a trainer as well. Hope that
Yes.
answers
And
the question.
of course, and the last thing
Mm,
that you said about the posture, and that's what we work with. We work with body language and we work on people's body language. So,
yeah.
getting in depth into understanding exactly how the connection of emotion and body and mind all combined together happens, I think will
Mm,
give a lot of clarity and a lot of control over what people are doing as a trainer. So, I
yeah.
think you answered it really well.
Yeah.
And I need to read out quickly, Sean, the amount of comments that are coming for you. So everyone has just loved today's session. People are saying, "Do this more often. This is amazing experience. Thank you, Sean, for the short but intense session. Thank you for the intense session.
Mm.
This is beautiful. Thank you,
It's
Sean.
really
Thank
funny
you."
how people like intense sessions. I'm sorry to interrupt you, because it's really funny because again we went through this very intense experience and I loved it.
Right.
Why do we want to
Yes.
punish ourselves? But we're breaking ground, and that's what
Right.
the people who are saying that are probably
Right.
breaking ground already.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
just to say,
Absolutely.
I'm not a life coach or a therapist or an arts-based therapist. Also, I'm just a drama teacher, and I use these things. So I don't misrepresent myself, and also with due respect to the actual life coaches and actual drama arts-based therapists. Yeah, sorry, go on. Yeah.
All right. Disclaimer for everyone: Sean is not a life coach or a therapist. You need to go to an actual life coach and therapist. But yes, he can help you understand you a little bit more, yourself, your emotion, your mind. And that brings me to the question, Sean.
Ask my exes.
All right. So
Went
we
a
need
lot
to take
there.
a quick question, Sean, before we get
Yeah.
into the rapid fire where I'll ask you questions
Oh,
about your exes
yeah,
now. Then,
yeah.
thank you for giving me some masala. All right. So the first question for you, Sean, is that do drama classes help us gain control over our emotions in our day-to-day life? And I think you kind of explained that just now, but
Yes.
you want to add a little, maybe one line or more to
W-
explain?
Well, yeah. See, you might not feel it as apparent. So, I actually worked for 2 years in a school for children with learning needs.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there we use drama not to train, not to make people actors. We use them to work on their faculties. Like just the act of waiting for your turn to go on stage is an exercise in patience. So
Hmm.
you're accessing your emotion and therefore learning to control, not control, but divert or manage that emotion. That's the better word, manage your emotions. So
Yes.
does drama help you in managing emotions? Yes, with the right kind of training also. Emotions, mind, body also.
Hmm. That's great. And the next question is, how does one do drama in digital space?
What do you mean by doing drama? Like performing a play or learning? I'm not sure what.
I believe that this is also from the point of view that now we are doing a lot of these Zoom calls and virtual trainings. Maybe it's coming from that space that you are now interacting more and more through the virtual
Hmm.
platform than face to
Uh-huh.
face. So how does drama comes in the digital space altogether?
Well, get in touch with me. I'll do a session with you via via Google Meet or Google Hangouts, and I'll
All
do a
right. So,
session. Yeah.
on that note, because I have a lot of questions coming on the same point that you just raised. So, if you all want a session which is a much more in depth masterclass from Sean to understand all the techniques and at least a lot of techniques that we did today and how it will help you, if you need an in depth masterclass, please drop a yes in the comments right now. And yeah, just go ahead and drop a yes that I want a session and an in-depth masterclass from Sean. So we'll get to know how many people are
Oh,
going to
they
come.
can take my email address and I don't know how do we go about this?
It's all right. We'll just take a
Uh-huh.
yes and then we'll reach
Uh-huh.
out to them and send them the email
All
address.
right.
We will also
Super.
send the email address on the chat box. So I think my team can do that if my
Yeah.
team is
Yeah.
listening in the background. All right, so I we are running over time, Sean, but I would really urge you to go back into the comment section and read all these wonderful comments. I
Yeah.
know, I'm sorry, audience, I have missed out a few questions, but we are
Oh,
over
so
time,
sorry.
so
My fault.
I can't
My fault.
really take over all the questions right now. But Sean, please do at least reply to few of them,
I
and
will. Yeah.
yes, they would be really happy. Now, my last part to you, which is the rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, buckle up then.
My comfort zone is
All right, it's very easy question. So the first one, theater or Bollywood?
heart, theater, brain, Bollywood for the money and fame and accolades. Yeah. Because then I can have
Okay,
money to produce the plays that I want to play to
right. Good answer.
and buy a
Second
3
one.
BHK flat in Worli.
Whoa. Okay, so Bollywood for 3 BHK flat and otherwise theater where the heart
Yeah.
lies. Great. Training, coaching versus acting.
I haven't got many challenging roles. So for now, training, coaching, because I enjoy helping people change. So training for now,
For now,
until I
awesome.
get the role as Batman or a Nazi supremacist. I don't know. Yeah. Then I'll be challenged and then I'll be excited. Yeah.
Great, great. I hope I'll see you one day as Batman, Sean.
Yeah.
All right, the third one. Your favorite memory from all your acting experience.
My favorite memory from all my acting experience.
One favorite.
Um, one.
Yes, one. It's a rapid fire.
Okay.
You need to
Well,
go fast. Yeah.
I think my most. I'll tell you my most. Probably one of my most embarrassing experiences. It was my first
Okay.
film,
Uh-huh.
which unfortunately didn't do well. But I was playing this. In the scene involved me to were students of a college. I
Hmm.
was in college and I was young many years ago. So the scene involved us getting into a car and the other actors were pushing the car. Okay,
Okay.
we were taking our dead principal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somewhere. Now so I read the scene and I
Right.
said, okay, I just have to get into the car, guide, and the actors will be pushing. It so happened that on the day of the shoot, I actually had to drive the car and I
Okay.
didn't know how to drive. And I didn't tell the director also on the day. I felt too embarrassed to know that a 25-year-old, was I 25? I was 25 years old. I was thinking I was 25-year-old doesn't know how to drive a car. So we did a couple of scenes and I they were not we had to take a few times. They were wondering why is he not doing it. And once I actually almost drove the car off the hill
My God.
Yeah, because we were shooting on a hill, you
Okay.
know. So then then the director came up to me and like this, and Sean, can you drive? And I shook my oh,
Yeah.
and there's this silence, and they were very nice about it. No one yelled at me, and there's this whole silence among the set, and you could just feel that everyone's talking about this boy who doesn't want to drive. And then they figured out, and then anyways, they had to have a guy hidden underneath the car who would press the accelerator and brakes, and I just had to steer. And so
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's, I think, a favorite and the worst memory both together, combined together.
yeah, we could do an entire show of all my other embarrassing and even painful experiences later. Yeah.
Great. That is really awesome. And yeah, I think I had the fourth question as your worst memory, but I will take this one as your worst memory.
No, that's not my worst memory. The other one
No?
is no. You want
Okay.
to
You
go for
don't
my
want to
worst
talk.
memory?
You don't want to talk about it
I
live, then
can.
it's okay.
I love talking about it because it's
Okay,
just
go ahead.
entertaining. I tell all my friends this.
Go
This was
ahead.
again another film. I had only
Mm-hmm.
one scene.
Right.
This was. I almost didn't want to act after this.
Uh-huh.
I had one scene and just a paragraph. I did the scene and the director said, "Okay, ठीक है, फिर से करो, थोड़ा fake लग रहा है." So I did the scene again, and it was not. He's not liking it so much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the background is that I had auditioned for this role maybe 4 times,
Okay.
and my Hindi was not so great.
Uh-huh.
So I kept on attacking the lines in the weeks preceding to the shoot, you know, and it's just 4 lines.
Right.
So I think I got what they say, which you shouldn't get. So to all my gurus, I'm not endorsing this. I think at that time what I got was script fatigue, where you kind of get bored of the lines. You're not feeling the
Right.
lines, and which you
Right.
shouldn't. And there are ways to overcome that. So I was shooting for this line, and it just kept going, getting angrier and angrier and angrier to such a point that we ended up shooting my sequence for about 4 to 6 hours. And the director started abusing me with F's and B's and D's. And there was a I stopped thinking because I did not know what to do, because whatever I tried to do he would not like it, and actually stopped thinking. I said, okay, just tell me what to do. I was sweating. There was the scene also had my wife and a baby, so the baby started crying, so he started shouting, see now, because of you the baby started crying, because
Oh
of you
my
her
God.
performance is getting spoiled. And it was crazy. And then I it's a birth, the baby is born. So I thought, okay, my baby's born, I'll kiss my wife. So I sat down and I kissed my wife on the cheek. Why did you do that? I, my wife, new baby, I thought I'll kiss. So it was completely, I almost, and everyone was trying to be nice to me except for this
Yes.
director. He was abusing.
Right.
My casting director came to me and held my hand, and she dug her fingers into my hand saying,
Oh
just
my
effing
God.
act, just do it. You want, and she actually said this, you want to be a teacher, how you'll never be a teacher, you know.
Oh my
Later I
God.
saw that I had nail marks because she grabbed me so badly with her nails, uh, because she
Wow.
was getting abused by the director. Like, what kind
Right.
of
Of
effort
course.
did you, this thing? So abuses, mental, emotional. The
Oh my
AD,
God.
after the scene, he hugged me and I burst out crying on because it
Oh
was.
my
I thought I'll
God.
never act. I didn't take my money for that scene, and that film released. I don't know if it was a hit, but yeah,
Okay.
I can't reveal the director now. Now that I've said, but I didn't take my money. I felt I was a bad actor after that.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah,
That's definitely going to take the cherry and the cake and the cherry on top of the cake, right?
yeah,
Wow. I'm feeling nervous listening to all of that.
yeah, it
All
was
right,
not
Sean.
pleasant.
So
Hmm.
we got to wind up. And if you
Yeah.
have anything to say to the audience, and then, yeah, if you have any announcement you want to
Um,
make or something you want to say.
I'm saying, again, I don't want to put theater on the pedestal. It's all depends on what you're doing and who you're doing it with. So you please do your due diligence of whoever you work with. And
Right.
remember, it's theater. This is what I want to say. Theater is not just theater. There's various branches. There's improv comedy, which I didn't get to speak about, and that's very helpful if you're a corporate person. There's I've done a workshop in clowning, two workshops in clowning. You can actually study clown. So once in a while, we have not me, but there are experts who come. So keep your eye open out to just Google. There's Drama School Mumbai, which
Mhm.
conducts workshops once in a while. DSM Mumbai. So you have to
Okay.
Google that. There's Google for drama workshops, and you'll
Sure.
find. And please do anything. If there's a 7-day coloring workshop, do that. If there's a Buto workshop, which is a Japanese dance form, do that. It
Hmm.
helps. Every little thing helps. People say, "Why did a clown exercise?" It helps me now. I know a little bit of body and a little bit of comedy because of that. It opens things. Go crazy. Have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think everyone had a lot of great experience and went a little crazy also today. So thank you so much, Sean,
Thank
for
you.
all your lovely insights and all the experience
Thank you.
that you took us through today. It was amazing. I loved it, and I can see in the comments that audience loved it. So I know you can't see the comments, but please do go in the comment section
Okay.
and do
And if
have
anyone's still
a
feeling discomfort, I'm really sorry, and please let me know. We can have a chat about it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
okay,
very sorry about that.
sure.
Feeling very bad about
I'm
that.
sure
Yeah.
they will actually love to have a chat and they will feel better
Yeah.
after that. I'm pretty
I'll be
sure.
happy to. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Sean, for being with us today. And thank you, everyone, the lovely audience, for joining us today and making this show every time a wonderful experience, for participating so well. And I just have want to take a little time here to just maybe a moment here to announce to all of you about a new thing or a new initiative that we are starting. This is going to be on Instagram. So you are joining us on Facebook every Wednesday for the Knowledge Happy Hour. We are starting on Instagram School of Life. And it is going to be a live show on Instagram. And as the name suggests, School of Life. So there is going to be a lot about life lessons and life skills that we
Cool.
are going to talk about that, and real life experiences, real life stories. It's going to be wonderful, the kind of people who are coming in. I am excited for it. I'm going to make an announcement about it in depth tomorrow morning on Instagram. So please do watch us there. And I will see you all on Instagram also now. So you'll get tired of seeing my face. So,
No, you won't. No, you won't.
all right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And thank you,
Thank
Sean,
you.
for coming over to our show as a speaker. Wonderful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye.